weiter. So there was once Chaim. So the Blavik was the Rebbe's father. And he was a big makubal. He got the smicha from Chaim Brisker. Chaim was a little upset that he was makubal. He told him, "Azagut the cup like Saran." He said, "Such a good head, you're wasting on Kabbalah." Anyways, Chaim, the Blavik was once speaking in Shul. He was the Rav in now it's called the Petrovsk, and he was speaking on Indian Kabbalah, and he was in the middle of talking about the idea of a mikveh, and he said that a mikveh is kavma. The mikveh, you're about to say, the oasis is kavma. Kav is a kav, a line, and ma is bittul. Vanachnu ma. It's bittul, the idea of bittul. He was chazing this word, and there was an older chassid sitting there in the shul, and this is the Napa Petrovsk. It's not really, it wasn't a Ir Vein Be Yisrael. There was no yeshiva there. It was Moshe the Balabatim was sitting there. But there was a Chassidish that was visiting, and turned to Reb Leivik and says, who are you talking to? No one understands what you're talking about. You're talking way over their heads. So he pointed to his son, the Rebbe, and says, I'm talking to him. There was a boy. Someone was there, repeated the story, and he remembered what Reb Leivik was saying that time, that mikveh is kavma. So the story, you can understand at two levels. First of all, that this father was talking to him, that he was a person that already was oisig in these sugyos. But then this bahashgocha is that Reb Leivik was saying the word about a mikveh, kavma. So you must mean that there's a soid in the kavma that is understood, that Tafke he understood. What's the soid? What's the soid of kavma? So we're talking about this. There's the Leivik wrote a pirush on the Zohar, and Parsha Shlach, in last week's Parsha, the shtickle Zohar on V'ata Yidin Lo Koyach Adnai, on the pasuk V'ata Yidin Lo Koyach Adnai. The Zohar says Chavuva Yisrael, Chaviva Yisrael. That Klal Yisrael is a leiv shel kol ha'olam. There's a shyness of the Zohar, the Chavivas of Klal Yisrael. Boy miskananei, there's different shyness there. And Leivik writes why Dafke the Lashon HaZohar is on this pasuk, and what's the shyness of the Zohar, why Dafke these descriptions that the Zohar writes. Later on, the Rebbe spoke about this shtickle Zohar from and Reb Leivik's pirush. I don't want to get into the whole arichas, but one of the questions that were asked is that so there's different names of the Eibishter. Slicha, mamash we spoke about before, tshuva, slicha, kapara, is higher than midas adin, because mitzvah midas adin, there's no kapara, there's no possibility of mechila. It's a famous Yerushalmi, Medrash Neicher Rabba, the Maral talks about Narichis. That Shal l'chachma, Shal l'nevuah, Shal l'toyer, Shal l'kadosh baruch hu. They ask the question, Chata mayasa, person that doesn't have what should you do? So Shal l'chachma, they ask chachma, chachma is seichel. Nefesh ha'chayta yamus. This is what this should happen. If you do an avera, you should die. So midas adin, so midas adin, maybe she gave you a hand. And if you lift up your hand, by lifting your hand to hit somebody, your hand should fall off. That's the way it should work. If I made a robot, and the robot is to give tzedakah. One day the robot goes and slaps someone. He did something, it's a quirk in the system. The hand falls off, you can't do it. You didn't know where you died. That's it. There's no. That's din is. Din is. You're not merachim b'din. That's the din. Yaakov din is so hard. This is the way din is. Din is like this. It's absolute. Where's tshuva come from? Where's mechila come from? Kadar was a moichel b'seleach. Mechila sichel kapara. The mocker of slicha comes from Shem Hashem, Yudke Vavke, which is midas harachamim. That even though midas adin, the Rosh Ein Olam Miskayim, she never be midas harachamim. That the Olam is not Miskayim, midas adin, so it's not possible. A person is going to steal, they're going to lose their hand. She did midas harachamim. There's a midas harachamim that was added. Racham is compassion. Shem Hashem is tiferes, is rachamim, which means that if Moshe Rabbeinu is pleading for Mechila, he pleads to Hashem Kel Racham Chanim, which Yud Gimel Sarachim. Yud Sarachim is connected to Yud Gimel Midas Harachim, the highest level of compassion. So the shaila is Moshe is asking for Rachim. There should be Mechila v'Slicha Kapara. So what the Yigno Koyach Adnai? Yigno Koyach Adnai means the Koyach. Koyach is Gvura. Yeah. The koyach, the Chav Ches also corresponds to Chav Ches letters and Bereshis. Bereshis is connected to Chav Ches. Bereshis Bar Lakim is Midas Adin. Ata, koyach Adnai is Aleph Din. That's what Adnai is Malchus in the spheres. So Yigel koyach Adnai, there should be stronger Midas Adin. If he's asking for Rachmanas, Yigel Midas Arachim, Ata Yigel koyach Adnai, koyach, the Gvura of Aleph Daled Nun Yun, which is Aleph Din, should be stronger. It's not brought down there, but if you look in the Rechaim HaKadosh, she actually writes, "Va'ata no koyach adnai." The Rosh Tevis is 86 with Shem Elikim. So va'ata no koyach adnai, Shem Elikim. Elikim is Din. So what's you're asking for tshuva? You're asking for mechila, but you ask me koyach adnai to be miskala. So nekuda. In the sikh over there, in the kud of this Indian, is like this. In the different oases, but this will say like this. There's teva. This is the world of nature, the natural world. This is koyach adin, Bereshis Bar Lakim. Who created midas adin? Who created the teva? Lakim. That's why Bereshis Bar Lakim. Lakim gematria teva, right? This is the midas adin. That's the world of nature, the natural world. Then there's the miraculous world, the Olam Anisi. What's the Olam Anisi? Klal Yisrael is Mitzrayim. Mitzrayim is mates of the Gvul, is Agbola, is Gvulin, which is Agbola, constriction. L'man Yedu, what's the Tachlis he's Mitzrayim? Man Yedu, Keni Hashem. And we should know there's Ani Hashem. Anoich Hashem Alekecha. That's the Gila of Matan Torah is Anoich Hashem, the Gila of Hashem's name. What's the Gila of Hashem? When there's a gilui of the name of Hashem, which is the tachlis of the makas, Yedem Sam Kiani Hashem, which means that there's a revealing of the transcendent, or Ein Sofius of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and when there's a revealing of that Koyach Ein Sofius of Nisi, Teva is Mizbatel. There's no Teva. Nature defines, it breaks. Normally this is blood. Normally it's denial, it's water. Now it's blood. Because the Koyach HaNes is Mevatel Teva. The Koyach HaNisi, the Koyach Ein Sofius, the infinite, breaks finitude. That's the nature of the revealing of Koyach HaNes. But then there's a higher madrega. There's even a higher madrega. Yigdal Koyach Adlai. There's the Hagdala, is the bigness, the creating of Gadlus. You see, Yiskadal v'Yiskadash Shmei Rabba. So Yiskadal Shmei Rabba, Yiskadash is 11 Oisius, Hey Vav, and Shmei is Shem Yutke. So Yiskadal Shmei Rabba, the Yutke Vavke should mean Yiskadal, should be Shmei Rabba. It's not even Indian Kabbalah, it's a Toises and Brachas of Dalet. Brings up the Machlis of Vitri, he argues, but this is it's familiar Shoinim. So there's Agdola Shem Hashem, Yutke Vavke. That's Yiskadal Shmei Rabba, the big name of Hashem should be Yiskala. The big name is being Yiskala, then there's the shattering of all the Elikim. That's why you say Kaddish. What's Kaddish? Kaddish means when there's a helam, there's a concealment of Hashem's compassion, because someone passes away. So you say, it's Gali Shmei Rabba, should be a bigger gilu of Midas Arachim, of compassion, Hashem's compassion revealed. But then there's Hagdolah, he's in a high madrega, which is the level where there's a Yigdal Koyach Adnai. That the Koyach Adnai becomes big. First level is Teva. Second level is Nes. Teva and Nes cancel each other out. Either you have Teva, or you have Nes. When you have a Nes, there's Bittul Teva. So if Teva is the Oyer HaGvul, finite, and Nes is a Bilti Bal Gvul, so Bilti Bal Gvul and Gvul cannot go together. One cancel each other out. But who's the Eibishter? Is Eibishter Bli Gvul? No. Just like the Eibishter is not Gvul, the Eibishter is not Bli Gvul. If you say the Eibishter is Gvul, Bli Gvul, Atachas Shlomusay. Kishem Shesh Lakoyach Bilti Bal Gvul, Kach Yesh Lakoyach Gvul. Because if you say the Eibishter has Bilti Bal Gvul, Atachas Shlomusay. If you say Hashem is only infinite, then he's not finite. So that itself is a definition. That's also finite. It's a finite definition of infinity. Yeah, this is Rebbe Zayim Gerona. The Rebbe of the Ramban writes in B.S. Spheres, and it's brought on Avodas HaKodesh from Mevan Gabbai, and later it's brought on Chassidus many times. This idea that if it's built to Bal Gvul, if it's only built to Bal Gvul, it's only B'li Gvul, and it's not Gvul, then it's a Chesar. So what's the Eibishter Kaviyachol? I mean, obviously we can't talk, but what's in our Agdoras? What are we saying? The Eibishter, the Koich of the Boira is Soivel Gvul and B'li Gvul. Something that can be Soivel, something that can contain both Koich HaGvul and the Koich HaBilti Bal Gvul. Both. And when? Simultaneously. Where do we see the Gilui of the Koyach of the Atzmius, that's Mizgal and Koyach HaGvul, Bil Gvul together, in the Makam Arim, in the place of the Arim. What does it say about Arim? Einem and Amida. So, Einem and Amida means, not that it doesn't have a Midah, it does have a Midah, it does have a measurement. You measure the Arim, you see it has measurement, that's 2.5 amas. But it's midah of ein midah. It's nimnan noise. It's a contradiction in terms. It's a paradox. That's the gilui in the highest place where there's a gilui of the lakus. Is makam arim ein midah, which has a midah of ein midah. It's gvul and bli gvul biyachad. This is vatano yilo koyach adnai. This is what it means. The koyach adnai. It should be revealed in the koyach of adnai, in the koyach of din. In the Koyach HaDin of Koyach HaTeva, should be Meshulav with the Koyach HaNes. There should be Hagdola of Koyach HaAvaya in Adnai, and Avaya and Adnai should be Mischaber, Kishem Shani Nikra, Kach in Nichtav. Should be one Metzias. Not finite and not infinite. It's a paradox that maintains two opposite things. Where is that Nizgala? In Klal Yisrael. How? You're asking how? Klal Yisrael is a walking paradox. for many other reasons that you laughed, but other reasons. Oh. So there's that the Ivitz writes in the Siddur, but it's already brought down by the Kadmonim. Mechavis Alavis brings it down. Sarah Moore brings it down. Others showing that he asks Shaila, how come there's no Nisim any longer? There's no miracles. And the Ivitz writes that Gdoila, much greater than Kriyas Yamsuf Yitzias Mitzrayim, is Kol Yisrael. The Jew is the miracle. The biggest miracle of all is that we're here, that we're sitting tonight around the Farbrengen, is despite every single thing that was ever written about history. This is the Metzias of a Yid, is a Metzias Nisi. But here it's even deeper. It's not a Metzias Nisi like Kriyas Yamsuf. Because where is this Metzias Nisi revealed? In Teva. In history. It's so miraculous, but where's the miracle revealed? Not in something, not that we have wings, right? Not that we don't die. Maybe everyone should have a but not that we don't live physical lives. Physically, you look like any other guy walking down the street. In the world history, you look like any a Yid is after Chatono is in the Guf, but the Guf doesn't see a difference. So where is the Nizgala, the Nes? The Nes is Nizgala in Teva. It's not a Gilui of a Lakus that happened through Kriyas Yamsuf, which is the breaking of Teva. And it's not Teva. It's Teva and Nes together. The Metzias of a Yid is that. The Metzias of a Yid is on the Neshama and the Guf. Mitzad the Neshama, we're Koyach Ein Soifius. Mitzad the Guf, we're Koyach Ein Soif. We're Koyach HaGvul. And we have both of them together. The Mafli Lasa, exactly, the Ramah writes that. That it's a Dafla, Mafli Lasa is a Pella of the Chibur of the Neshama and the Guf. This is the Koyach HaNaf. This is the Koyach. That we walk around in this world is the Gilur of the Koyach HaAtzmius. The Gilur Koyach of L'mayla Maratev in Teva. A Bligvul and Bligvul. What is it? It's the Kav Ma. The Ma is the Bittel Zain Soifius, and the Kav is the Hamshacha of the Gvul. If you're familiar with Oisa Kabbalah, after the Tzimtzum came the Kav. The Kav is the beginning of Koyach HaGvul. Which means that the Metzias of a Yid is a revealing of the Koyach HaAtzmius of Bligvul and Gvul simultaneously. Gvul means the limitation. A limitation. A finite. At the same time. So Davar Mafli Lasa is. And Be'emes, this is something that was revealed, what the Reb Leivik said, a hybrid of two opposites. A hybrid of two opposites. We're the Kodesh HaKadoshim of the world. We're the Nimnam Nenois of the creation. Of history, we're the Nimnam Nenois of creation. This, what Reb Leivik said, as Ervitus versteht, versteht, the Chibur of Kav Ma, is really what's the, can't talk, but if we want to talk, there were tzaddikim. I will say it a little differently. There's vertical tzaddikim, horizontal tzaddikim. What does that mean? There's tzaddikim that have big hispashtus horizontally, which means they're great lovers of people. They're great. They have a lot of obvious soul. They make of a lot of people. They take in every schlepper, cholzov. There's a lot of outward horizontal movement. There's big tzaddikim like this. Big tzaddikim. Some tzaddikim were just, there's a famous, people go to his cave today, everyone goes to, he fed people food, he came to his house, he gave a child, Shaila. Horizontal tzaddikim. I'm not going to give names because then it's Agdoras. I'm saying there's tzaddikim that have hispashtus horizontally, and there's certain tzaddikim that have an oimik, a very deep upwards movement. Fiskashus and dveikus, a very, very high, refined, seicheldikim, dveikus into that. And usually these two things don't come together. Either a person is very dovuk, very vertically dovuk, goes higher and higher and higher, and trucks up, lets go of people, has no patience for people. Sit in a room, alone, meditate, daven, learn. That's it. That's what you want to do. Go as high as you can. Everyone's different. I don't want to talk about people. I just want to talk about one. because then we're going to get into a whole Elohim like that. Yeah. Into himself, go higher. And they were tzaddikim, they go very high. There's a lot of people like this. There's one that goes high, that one goes very wide. Like Kavama. Huh? Ke'eres will want to Yiske. But then the tzaddik Atama Yifroch, the gives Paris. The tzaddik at Mispashet. There's a tzaddik that has Kav, and this Kav has Ma. And this generation was Zoicha to have a tzaddik. That's the chibur of these two things of Kav and Ma. Of horizontal and vertical expansion. It's an unusual thing in history. It's an unusual thing. And the reason why the Eibusher was Mzaka, Shem saw there was tzaddikim and mu'atim, put them in every generation, because that's our generation. This is the current generation that we're in. We want a little horizontal. We need a little vertical. Everyone wants a little bit gashmis. Today, people don't want to give up in gashmis. Fine, you want gashmis, it's fine. But don't make the gashmis at the extent of your ruchnis. You want ruchnis, fine. But don't be such a tzaddik that you don't say hello to your wife in the morning. So, you have to go both directions. You have to go both directions. The Rebbe once told his doctor, after the heart attack, he told his doctor that he must spend time with his wife, his Rebbetzin, and have a cup of coffee every day. And he said, to me, it's so important, it's like putting on film. That every day I have to spend time with my wife. 5 minutes, whatever the time is, some time with my wife. You have to understand that film was a serious thing. Because some people say, film, I would rather spend time with my wife than film. So if you're a tzaddik, you love to put on film. You understand? You have to go both directions. You have to be a mensch. You have to be masuder. You have to say hello to a person in the street. You have to greet everyone with kavod. Say upon him office. Exactly. This is to be in a vertical and horizontal. This is the iskashas that we have to have. Iskashas of that art. L'chaim, l'chaim, l'chaim.